A Trump lawyer, Alina Habba, is now making the new claim that Nancy Pelosi orchestrated the January 6th, 2021 Trump riots at the U.S. Capitol. How is that possible? How is it possible that that's what she did? Well, here she is, Alina Habba, explaining it herself. And there are two basic, fundamental, important claims that underlie this idea. They've both been debunked, and we're going to get to them, but understand that they don't even know what to say anymore. And so now it's forget about Trump didn't incite the riots. Nancy Pelosi orchestrated them.
Don't need it. Get them in place. He was concerned himself. He said, let's get extra military. We will give you people to come in and to make sure that the Capitol is safe. No, I don't want it. Well, now we see why, Eric. We see why, because it was orchestrated, because she said, this is her moment. This is her moment. No, it's not your moment.
Okay. So there's two claims there, and these are claims that they've repeated many times. The first claim is Trump asked for 10,000 National Guard troops, which would have prevented the riots. That's claim one. Okay. This is how we actually figure stuff out. Okay. The first claim is Trump says, I asked for 10,000 troops. They didn't give them to me. The second claim that's being made is Nancy Pelosi rejected the 10,000 troops coming to Washington, D.C. to prevent the riots. So two claims. Trump requested, Nancy Pelosi rejected. Neither one of them is true. The first one is the Trump claim. Okay. There is no evidence that Trump made that request. Now, if you want to be endlessly skeptical, you can always say, is it possible Trump requested the troops and the request was thrown in the trash in order for there to be no evidence? You can always do that. But the point here is there is no evidence, written, telecommunications, people on the other end of the request saying, yeah, we got that request from the Trump White House for the National Guard troops. PolitiFact has explored this and has determined that it is false. They have found no such evidence. The second claim is that Nancy Pelosi rejected the troops. Sean Hannity has been saying it for a very long time, and so have others. Again, there is no evidence that Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, or anyone else rejected the request for the 10,000, or sometimes it's 20,000 troops that are mentioned. Now, of course, if there's no evidence that the request was ever made, there's no request to reject either. And that's another layer to this thing that's important to mention. I would love it if Alina Habba made some of these claims under oath. I don't think that's going to happen. And remember that Donald Trump's TV lawyers and his court lawyers tend to be different people. We heard from Michael Cohen about how that works. And I don't expect to actually see Alina Habba make any of these claims under oath. But every single one of these claims has been soundly rejected, and or there is simply no evidence for it whatsoever one way or the other, because it doesn't appear that such a request was ever made. They'll keep telling the lie, and we have to keep reminding them there's just no evidence. You're just saying that. You're making that up. Something in your home that you use every day contributes to deforestation and climate change, and that's toilet paper. In the U.S. alone, over 30 million trees each year are required to meet toilet paper demands, contributing to deforestation, soil erosion, devastating loss of biodiversity. Our sponsor, Real Paper, makes sustainable toilet paper that is 100% made from bamboo. A bamboo stock keeps growing. It can be harvested forever. It means that the soil and the ecosystem aren't disrupted. No carbon removing trees are cut down. The paper industry has a massive effect on deforestation and climate change, but you alone using bamboo toilet paper can make a positive impact, because for the toilet paper that just one American uses in their lifetime, hundreds of trees are required. Put an end to that right now with Real Paper. The best part is the stuff is really great. It's just normal soft toilet paper. Real Paper loves the David Pakman Show. They're giving my audience 30% off your first order and free shipping when you go to realpaper.com/Pakman and use the code Pakman at checkout. The link is down below.